Everybody stand, we'll say the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I'd like to welcome everybody tonight. Council's had a chance to read the previous minutes. I'll entertain a motion.
Move to approve the minutes of the 3/9/26 meeting.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Have a motion second, all in favor?
Aye.
Any nays? Carried. We've got some students here tonight. If you'd like to tell us your name and what class you're with.
My name's Camden Carter from government class at Jay County High School.
Welcome. Any other students? On the public agenda tonight, we've got Mike Klein-Peter here. He's going to tell us about our Okra project going on. The floor is yours.
Yeah, good evening, Council. Mike Klein-Peter Consulting Group. We are the grant administration firm assisting the city with the demolition of the green building catty corner from us. Earlier tonight, the DIDC met, Dunkirk Industrial Development Corp. They committed the matching funds to the project. This is a grant for $399,900. Matching funds is going to be $44,450 funds from the DIDC. So they passed a resolution earlier tonight committing those matching funds to the project. The lead applicant on the project is the city itself. And so before you tonight, you're going to have a resolution that does two things. It's the form that looks like this one. It says, one, that the mayor is authorized to submit the grant application. And number two there, it says the city of Dunkirk hereby commits the requisite local funds in the amount of $44,450 in the form of Dunkirk Industrial Development Corp. Funds for said program. Such commitment to be contingent upon getting a grant. So that means they're going to pay if we get the grant. So tonight I'm asking for the council to pass a resolution committing those $44,450 that the DIDC is going to give you guys, contingent upon getting the grant.
So we'll start off with the slum blight spot resolution. That'll be resolution number 2026-2.
And I'll talk about that one real quick if I could, Mayor. So the first one I just read you was -3. I'm sorry, I should have said -2 first. -2 is in order to be eligible for Okra. Okra's grants are to help low-income residents. You do that by qualifying via low income or by qualifying via what's called a spot basis. There's a building or a location that's in such disarray that you think it's a danger or it's got enough signs of issues that needs fixed for public safety. And so in order to be eligible for this Okra grant, we've got to call it a blighted parcel right there, just that one. And so that's what's before you tonight.
So what's council's feelings on the resolution number 2026-2?
I move that we approve resolution 2026-2.
Do I have a second?
Yes.
Got a motion and a second, all in favor? Any nays? That carries.
The third thing before you this evening is these grant applications are, it ends up being about 300 pages by the time you put it all together. It's a pretty intensive document. The mayor, Ms. Kara, JCDC's been helping me a lot with this. We've got to answer a series of questions, and one of those questions is how long has this building been an issue? We talked about that during the public hearing earlier tonight. Another thing we have to talk about is once this building comes down and it's green space, who's going to maintain that for the next 5 years? And I have to document that for the grant. So you've got this in front of you today, this statement of community priority and 5-year maintenance commitment. What this says is, one, that this is a top priority for the city, taking this building down, and number two, that we'll maintain it for 5 years, the green space that's left underneath.
So what's council's feelings on the 5-year maintenance commitment? I move
Just
that we
thinking.
agree to maintain it for 5 years.
I think we can do that with the city and the people. There's no reason we can't do that.
We do this one down here.
Let's maintain.
Yeah, we take care of the one down here.
Cut the grass. I mean,
Which would be very little because
Is it concrete under there, so you're looking at weeds more than grass?
So, in the cost estimate that was provided by HWC, they were here earlier, they're not here anymore, but they're gonna take out the building, undergrade, and then filter and seed the whole thing as part of the grant process.
so maybe eventually there'll be some grass mowing going on there. So did I have a motion for that?
So moved.
Do I have-
I'll make that motion.
All in favor?
I'll second.
David seconded. All in favor? Any nays?
And the last thing I have this evening is, as part of the grant application, I know many residents have written letters already, and I have those, so thank you. There also is points for what's called a residential survey. And so there's a residential survey I think many of you in the room have taken. This is also going to be on SurveyMonkey. It'll also be distributed to the chamber to send out, maybe on their Facebook page. But if you could encourage anybody that stops in to take the survey, or it's on SurveyMonkey, it'll take you 2 or 3 minutes, we'd appreciate it. The timing for the grant for the public and the council is we have a proposal due April 2nd. Then Okar's going to come out and meet with the mayor, the clerk, myself, JCDC, and just talk about the project and say, yes, we read your application, everything looks good. Then we'll do a second public hearing in May, and then we'll submit a full application in June, and then award announcements will be mid-August. So that's kind of the timing on that. If we're awarded mid-August, then the engineer will take it out to bid early October, open bids probably at the November council meeting, and then demo to proceed very, very end of the year, probably early next year if I was guessing. We've got a bunch of letters, but I always encourage residents to write letters. They're helpful, so if you haven't, and you've seen issues with the building, or you've seen things falling off it, or you're in favor of it, please feel free to write those, and you can leave those with the mayor or clerk, and they'll get those to me. And I'd be happy to answer any questions from the council or the public.
Dad, I need to get
We didn't get a vote on that.
on the resolution 2026-3 for the council.
I make a motion to approve resolution 2026-3.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Motion second, all in favor?
Aye.
Any nays on that? That carries. All right, now, what did you say, Michael?
That's all I got this
Anything else?
evening. Anybody else got any questions for me, or anything I
What's the
can?
site for the SurveyMonkey? How do you access that?
I don't have the exact. I will get it though. Give it as soon as I sit down. I'll look it up on my phone, and then I'll tell you that.
Any other
Just
questions for
one
Mike?
minute. I'm sorry.
I think CM's gonna have it on the chamber's website.
We're gonna ask it at the chamber, we'll put it on their site. So if you wanna go to, but the chamber director, she's out with spring break, but we will ask her next week if she can put that on there to get it out. So it's the Jay County Chamber of Commerce, it'll be on their site. So if you can push people to that at some point next week. So hopefully she's not watching this and see that she's just been volunteered to do that, so we'll wait till she gets back.
All right, thank you, Mike. Thank you, CM.
And I've got that real quick, Mayor. That link. It's going to be https://www.surveymonkey.com/R//B as in boy, K as in king, P as in Paul. So that's surveymonkey.com/R as in Rover /5X B as in boy, Q as in queen, B as in boy, K as in king, P as in Paul.
Can you send that to my email?
I will right now. Thank you.
Thank you, Mike. Okay, that's all I have on the public agenda tonight. You have anything, CM?
No.
Okay. Okay, under the mayor tonight, we got quite a bit of damage from the last 2 windstorms. Want to get council's input. We had a dugout out the junior league completely blown out, busted the 4x off, laid it, just picked it up and moved it, so it's got some metal damage and some wood damage. Also at the softball diamond, the corner of one of the dugouts, the shingles blowed up. I think they're gonna, the league out there is gonna take care of that, that's what I heard today. But,
That's what Rocky told me, that they plan on trying to replace it.
yeah, it looked, there wasn't much. Also at the park, at the storage sheds, there by the maintenance garage, one of the doors blowed off. I think we can fix that ourselves for right now. Of course, everybody knows the city building, we lost the frame, the canopy. That's the big one there, what we want to do. I think that one right there, we need to discuss tonight, to see what we want to do with that. Whether we just have them build the frame, put the canopy back, or we take the windows out. Them single pane glass in there, they frost up. That's the reason the heaters is below them. The windows probably need replaced, but that's up to council, do it, whatever. I'm open for suggestions. I don't have a clue what that would cost. I don't know if we want to put it out for bids both ways, whatever council might do.
I think we should give bids on it and get our windows in there. Seems like we've been trying to get those replaced for a long time. See where we stand.
Get a bid for both ways with the canopy back too.
So my question is with the windows, are we going to take the top ones out? Is that what you guys are thinking?
I think if you was going to do that, you might as well take all the windows out because they're all single pane.
Right.
I don't know if we're gonna take them, I think we just need to replace them as they are. I just don't think it's gonna look right if we redo the whole, if we structurally redo it.
Try to put double panes back in where the glass is at.
Well, I mean, I think you can get double pane windows, but I think the way that, I think they need to look the way they look now.
With the can,
Even the top windows,
I think
where the
so.
canopy covers them.
Yeah, I don't know, that's just my opinion. I don't know that we want to structurally change the window configuration, but
I'll see if I can get a couple contractors, might be hard right now, but I'll see if I can get a bid both ways. Taking the windows out, lowering, put new windows down below, and then putting, trying to match something on the outside, whether it's canopy or add on to what Sculpt Fitness has got, build it all the way across black aluminum, something like
I
that.
mean, that might be, it might look better when you're down there. Because you might get any order.
I'll see if I can get a bid both ways. That was the big one with our deductible on our insurance. If you're just gonna put the frame and the canopy back on there, it wouldn't, our deductible. Okay, moving on. We've got a sponsorship from the Dunkirk Public Library. That's summer reading program for the children. We give $300 last year, 2025, is what we give to them for their reading program. What's council's feelings on that?
I'll make a motion that we give 300 again.
I've got a motion on the floor for 300. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Motion to second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any nays? That carries. Also, we're got the Waters of Dunkirk, the nursing home. They're asking for sponsorship. Thinking this is probably the first year for that, or did you,
Yeah, this is the
first year?
They're asking for donations for candy.
Is it a public egg hunt? Or just people?
Yeah,
from
the nursing home, yeah.
Anybody can go?
Yeah.
sponsored one at the park?
Frank Berry?
No, City Park.
We don't have one out there anymore.
Oh, they didn't have any of them?
We had that for years.
Mhm. You know, we used to help Signify Gamma,
Yeah.
but then it just, you don't anymore. Don't have it. Mhm.
So what's council's feelings on the amount for that one?
Where's this hunt gonna be?
At the Waters Nursing Home?
Nursing home?
Do you have a date? 18.
Wednesday, March
March.
28th.
Oh,
Saturday, March 28th.
Saturday, that's the thing. Yeah, Saturday.
okay.
I'll make a motion, we give $200 to the,
We got a motion on the floor for $200 for the Easter egg hunt out at Waters. Do I have a second?
Second.
Motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Any nays? That carries. All right, Wes is not here. Absent. Donna, you have anything?
Yeah, the lot for the pickleball court has been marked off, and there are some utility flags out there already. And tentatively Monday, the company's gonna come out and meet with us to make sure they're in the right spot and get started.
Any questions, Don, on that? Is that all you have, Don?
Yeah.
Jesse?
I got a bill here for Right Way Automotive. It's for $6,118.38. Our turbo went out, and this is what it's gonna cost to get it back, plus a couple extra parts. Oxygen sensor, nitrogen sensor. The quote we had before we got it fixed was $4,726. So this is an increase of $1,207. Most of the extra was in part to the nitrogen and the oxygen sensor. That was $1,100 by itself. So I think we need to pass this for $6,118.38.
make that motion.
Yes.
I'll second.
We got a motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Any nays? That carries.
And then, you can pass that around. Then we got some damage to our building. I'm gonna ask Rock to get us a couple quotes to fix our older building down there. It blew off a corner of the building, raised up the metal, and we'll see where that comes when we get a quote back. That's all I have, Mayor.
Thank you. Christie?
I don't have anything, Jack.
All righty. Dan?
I don't have anything in.
Randy?
No.
Karen?
I need approval for accounts payable vouchers 34877 to 34963, to an amount of $368,887.49.
Make a motion to approve the accounts payable.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Any nays? That carries.
Then I need approval for allowance stock, it's 310 to 317, in the amount of $38,373.77.
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Motion second, all in favor?
Aye.
Any nays on that? That carries.
And then I have 2 water adjustments for underground leaks. The first one is at 322 South Main, in the amount of $3,643.17. This underground leak was approved by Aaron Hewitt with the water department.
What's council's feelings on adjustment on that one?
With Aaron seeing that, I make a motion, we accept this.
Got a motion on the floor, do I have a second?
I'll second.
Motion second, all in favor?
Aye.
Any nays on that? That carries.
The second adjustment is for 384 West Washington. This one was approved by Clark Farmer in the amount of $218.
Can I make a motion to accept this $218 adjustment?
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Motion second, all in favor?
Aye.
Any nays? Carries.
We did receive a thank you card for our sponsorship from the Dade County Fair Coalition. I did pass that around. I think it's up there, Randy, you can read it. And then the last thing I have is we have a lot of more meetings that are coming up that have to be live streamed. I need board members to volunteer to learn how to run the equipment. So my staff doesn't have to stay over and get paid overtime and come out of my budget to do that. So if at least 2 people on every board can learn how to do the live stream, that would be great. So again, our staff doesn't have to stay over for the overtime.
See if we can't get you some names.
That's right. Pam's already volunteered once for one, so. But again, at least 2 people on every board should be able to do the live stream. And that's all I have.
Council have anything else? If not, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
That carries.